Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning.
Vice President, you are very welcome.
On her June trip to Guatemala, Vice President Kamala Harris' message to illegal migrants was a clear reversal of the Biden administration's previous messaging.
And I believe if you come to our border, you will be turned back. Do not come. Do not come.
That suggestion doesn't appear to be working, especially here on the Mexico-Guatemala border in a place appropriately named Smuggler's Path.
The Suchiate River is very high at the moment because it's rainy season, and so it's a dangerous trek to come across here on foot, although people do that all the time in the dry season. So now migrants have to take these boats across illegally between the two countries, and while it's technically illegal, it still happens a lot. Even local people take these boats to just get to work or go shopping in one country or the other. The difference is, if they're migrants, they have to turn themselves in now on the Mexican side.
Migrants cross this river at a rate of thousands per day, choking the streets of Mexico's southernmost city, Tapachula. Most of these migrants are not fleeing persecution, a claim required to qualify for asylum in the U.S. Generally speaking, the goal is simply the search for a better job. And that's where the true family separation begins.
I just called my wife, and when I called him, I almost cried because I hear my little son told me, "Dad, come back." Okay.
Major drivers behind this wave are groups dedicated to streamlining illegal immigration into the U.S. That includes the UN-affiliated International Organization for Migration, which employs more than 9,000 worldwide with an almost $2 billion budget. Its stated mission is to promote humane and orderly migration, helped along by tens of millions of U.S. taxpayer dollars and grants by the likes of George Soros' Open Society Foundation.
If you look on the walls of the buildings that are facing the river, what we can see are signs directed at the migrants. So this one behind me says, if you are in fear of your life in your country, you can ask for protection as a refugee in Mexico. And what they're trying to do is put people into the system. And that's one of the things that's really changed here as the migrants move north, is that now there's a process, now there's a system. As I've reported on this in previous years, it was just absolute chaos, but now it's pretty organized.
And international criminal organizations are also getting in on the action, gleaning large payoffs every step of the way. Michael is a 12-year-old Haitian working his way north from Chile, where his family had been living for years. Joe Biden's election convinced them to head to the United States.
Ellos violaron a muchas mujeres.
They raped many of the women. They robbed all of us. Then they wanted money to take us to the refugee camps.
His 16-year-old sister, Madesi, was nearly raped herself.
I told the thief not to touch me because I'm a virgin. One of them laughed and told me, I am in charge here and I can do whatever I want.
Madesi's mother saved her by handing over her jewelry. Other women weren't so lucky.
They raped many women in my group. They hurt some and beat them. It was very scary. Some women had husbands or children, but they raped them anyway. Some women even die later from the stress of what happened.
As more than 5,000 pour across the southern border each day, changes in U.S. policy are having profound effects throughout Latin America and beyond. And the cost in human misery is beyond reckoning. Despite the dangers, it's likely these migrants will keep coming as long as they believe they'll be allowed to stay in the United States. From Tapachula, Mexico, I'm Chuck Holton for CBN News.